Allah dam varasi beda no varasi bege Torba dam jen jen be barde ju varase ba dam je so sebe mananga dan yambe semjen dam je dewa dan de dongara dan jare nyorde lana me yanda bara zobe san jorun boje do barza Dasandra achieving enlightenment, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and the mind. Until death, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and the mind. From now until this time tomorrow, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and the mind. We take refuge in the kind rule Lama and the lineage Lamas. We take refuge in the deity of the mandalas of Yadams. We take refuge in all the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in the excellent order of the Sanghas. We take refuge in all the noble Dhakas, Dakinis, and the Dhamma guardians, possessors of the eye of wisdom. Until I attain the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma, and likewise in the example of Bodhisattvas. As previous Buddhas embraced the enlightenment and the progress on the Bodhisattva's path are true for the benefit of all sentient beings, giving birth to Bodhicitta, and apply myself to complete this stage of the path. And the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha most excellent, I take refuge under enlightenment's reach. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddha for the sake of all sentient beings. May all mother sentient beings boundless as the sky have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering, the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May the rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. I bow down respectfully with my body, speech, and faithful mind to all Tathagatas and the 10 directions. Those who have already reached the Tathagata state, those who are reaching it at the present, and those Tathagata state to come. Through the power of Samanta Buddha's prayers, may all Buddhas manifest vividly in my mind. I'll posture to them, multiply in my body as many times as there are atoms of the earth. In each atom I visualize many Buddhas as there are atoms, surrounded by countless Bodhisattvas. Thus all space is filled with Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. I praise all Buddhas through manifesting, chanting, expressing the great ocean of the excellent qualities. To all Buddhas I make offerings of various pure flowers, flower garlands of music, anointing oils, manifesting like in the fragrant incense. I make offering to them of fine garment and the perfume and the popero, for the highest moonmeru, and orange in the most beautiful way. I visualize the highest and the most extensive offerings and offer them with great faith to all Buddhas. I prostrate to the Buddhas and make offering to them following the deeds of great Bodhisattva Samanta Buddha. I confess to you, Buddhas, whatever negative actions I have committed due to the power of anger, desire, and ignorance. I rejoice in the merit of all the Buddhas and the 10 directions of the great Bodhisattva and the Pacceka Buddhas. Those who have attained Aharacha, those who have entered the path of Aharacha and all other beings. I request to all great protectors and the Buddhas to turn the highest way of Dharma, as like displaying the darkness of beings and the 10 directions, leading them gradually to the enlightened states. I supplicate those Buddhas intend to pass into Nirvana, living long for as many eons as there are atoms of the earth, in order to benefit all beings. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, beseech, and praying, for the sake of enlightenment of all sentient beings, all these are dedicated. The ground is spanking with the scented water and the stir of the flowers. It is adorned with the Meru, the spring mountain, the 4 continents, the sun and the moon. As Buddha I offer it, may all sentient beings offer it. May all sentient beings attain happiness as a Buddha first. To the Lama who possess the 3 kayas, I offer altar, inner, and the sacred offerings. With my body where the all that is visible, please grant me supreme realization, enlightenment. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, beseech, and praying, for the sake of enlightenment of all sentient beings, all these are dedicated. Om Guru Rina Mandala Punza Manga Samandra Zavaran Samaye Ahom. I call refuge on the way of the world. Your fame provides the 3,000 words. You are the victor of Jadara with our drop. I bore feet of Father and Jiti Songo. Continue, I think no one but you. Compassion, one grant your blessings. Dispel darkness that surrounds my heart. Please bless me so that I can realize unlimited nature of mind. Please stand aware of the Dharma of the true workers and the combination, according to this position, likewise, the mental capacity of sentient beings. His wisdom is brilliant like the sun, free of clouds of two words, and perceive the various steps of knowledge in the true nature. For this reason, he holds the wisdom text at his heart, he has a compassion. For all beings who are suffering from the darkness of ignorance and the prison of samsara as a father for only son. Like a thunderclap, he awakens those who are sleeping in ignorance and losing the charm of karma through the 60 branch of Haramana speech. He wears wisdom to cast sudden over suffering, to dispel the darkness of confusion. And the Bodhisattva form is pure from beginningless time, fully accomplished in the 10 levels and perfect in the body of our knowledge. I supplicate you, Manjashiri, adorned by the 112 Son Buddha, to dispel darkness of my ignorance. Om Wange Joremo, 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 Om Arabazanade, Om Arabazanade, Om Arabazanade, Om Arabazanade, Om Arabazanade, Om Arabazanade. Om Arabazanade, Om Arabazanade. You who are the perfect, youthful body, whose flame of wisdom blazes, and dispel darkness of all ignorance, are posted before you in the press to Manjushiri. So here we're going to starting the song of realization. Today, teaching is a song of realization, 5-part Mahamudra. Before I share the teaching, so Benny going to sing the 5-part Mahamudra, song of realization. Song of realization. So you can, I think, download the commentary song of realization book, so there you can see that in the chat rooms. Lots of information there. I think they already saw song of realization. The song of realization commentary is a lot, so share generally, and you can read the commentary, so helps your guide. We don't have time to all go through commentary. Actually, then takes a couple of weeks. So within 2 days, and I share the song of realization, root text and generally teaching. So now we're going to sing the song of realization.
This commentary that you say, can you share first?
I don't have. It's in the chat room.
Actually, Kempo, we...
It's in the Zaduma website.
Yes, Debbie?
Oh, yes, sorry. Actually, we had the stages of meditation again, Kempo. So what text are you using?
Song of realization.
Okay.
Yes.
But you just have one song. There's more, no? He's talking about some commentary.
Yes, I can find it.
No, you have a root text. That one you can sing or no?
Yeah, I can sing this one.
Yeah, root text. That's it. Yes. That's it.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Come close.
大家好。I bow at the feet of glorious Mahamudra. If the race of helping others has not been won upon the stallion of love and compassion, the cheers from crowds of gods and humans will not come. So persevere in this primary intention. If the stronghold of the unchanging ground is not seized in one's own body, the king of deities, then the court of Mother Dakinis will not convene. So persevere in the yidam of the body. If the sunlight of devotion has not dawned upon the Guru's four Kaya snow mountain, the flowing river of blessings will not issue forth. So persevere in this mind of devotion. If the conceptual thoughts amassed like clouds have not subsided within the spacious sky of the nature mind, the planets and stars of twofold knowledge will not shine. So persevere in this non-conceptual mind. If the wish-granting gem of the two provisions has not been polished by prayers of aspiration, the fruits of our wishes and desires will not come. So persevere in this final dedication. Thank you, Kempa. Thank you, sir.
Thanks. Amge doje jaje reisen rong yinje modo deje bonjomba serje lembo davre jibe ge jaje jarbe javla kusanze doje janje delon aroda marba melai juje gambo ba Pamoy Juba Jerwine de Gombe Kaju Lama Namla Ju Zorwan de Rome Jije Yenje Pobdane Tisom Sanje Genje Ngovonye Ransem Jige Onsom Donzebe Zave Lame Javla Guzanze So I'm going to share with you the 5-part Mahamudra. We going to meditate a little bit first, 5-part Mahamudra, one by one. So maybe each section 2-3 minutes. The 5-part Mahamudra, the first is bodhicitta. So we cultivate bodhicitta. And today, we're going to listening this teaching, contemplate. So this wanting to wishing benefit for others, liberating, this practice helps us, liberating us, and also we want to liberate all mother sentient beings. So first is the bodhicitta. We do the cultivate bodhicitta first, couple minutes. So next, 5-part Mahamudra is Yadam deity. So you, everyone visualize the Yadam, which Yadam deity you have connections. Visualize and you can mentally supplicating and meditate. Yadam deity and your mind is connect with the inseparable. So we do a couple minutes meditating. Third meditation is Guru Yoga. Visualize the Ru Guru. We're going to supplication to the Ru Guru. So Ru Guru and our mind is connecting. First, supplicating to the visualize the Ru Guru and the supplication to the Ru Guru, and then Ru Guru's nature and our nature is inseparable. So recognize that and look to in your nature, receiving the blessing from the Guru. So meditate, connect with the Guru. This is the third is Guru Yoga. So no, number 4 is Mahamudra. We meditate to let go all the thoughts, emotions, be in the nature, states, non-conceptual, few minutes. Number 5 is the dedication. Mentally, we done the meditation. It's dedicating, sharing the merit for other beings. Good morning. And good evening, Tashidele, everyone. Come to the teaching, who come to the teaching. Today, the teaching is a song of realization. We just did a short meditation. This short meditation, actually included all this. Today, going to share the teaching, 5-part Mahamudra. So this 5-part Mahamudra is we have to practice within one section practice. So one section practice means like when you sit down in the kitchen and when you leave from the kitchen, so you have to use this 5 of them is together, not the separate. So generally, usually who go to the 3 years retreat, and then there share this teaching and the practice is one by one. So each section takes monthly and go through. But for our case right now, our situation, so we have to use this 5 of them is in the one section meditation. When you're going to sit down in the cushion, so we have to mind generate, bodhicitta. Without the bodhicitta, and then practice the not much benefits. Also, the essence of Dharma is bodhicitta. So that's why when you sit down into kitchen, you have to cultivate bodhicitta. So today example, when you coming to the teaching, you need two things, bodhicitta, two things, called aspiring bodhicitta and engaging bodhicitta. So any Dharma activity, we need these two, aspiring. Aspiring is you wanted to go to Dharma center, you wanted to come into join the zone, wanted to listen and teaching. So that is called aspiring bodhicitta. Then engaging bodhicitta is when you leave your home, and coming to the Dharma center, or you are locked into the zone, then you are already engaging bodhicitta. So right now we are engaging because you are already here and in the zone and in the physical Dharma center, listening, teaching. This is called engaging bodhicitta. Aspiring is I want to do. So I want to do is not worldly activity, right? Usually you want to leave your home is you going to worldly activity. So today you leave your home is different reason, not as the same reason to you leave from your home. So sometimes you come to the zone is today like when you Dharma teaching come into the zone is different reasons. Usually you go to the zone meeting is for your meeting, worldly taking care of things. And today you come into the zone is not you taking care of the worldly things. You're taking care for wanting to practice Dharma. So that's why you are coming into the zone. And this Dharma wanted to come into the zone, wanted to go to the Dharma center, lesson and teaching. So reason is I wanted to receive teaching. I wanted to practice Dharma. I need, Dharma. We have to recognize. And so also this listening, teaching, engaging Dharma benefit us, our wishing also benefit for others. So that, when we go into the Dharma center and come into the zone listening, teaching, always need these two intentions. The bodhicitta is two aspects. Bodhicitta means two aspects is I wanted to liberate. Another aspect is why I wanted to liberate, because I wanted to help many other beings, liberate other beings. So that's the reason I wanted to liberate. Then I wanted to liberate, what do we have to do? We have to create the causes of liberation. So listening Dharma teaching is you create the causes of liberation. That's the called bodhicitta. And then today, this teaching is bodhicitta. Bodhicitta has a cause. The bodhicitta cause is compassion. Then compassion also has a cause. Compassion cause is love. So that's the reason we have to cultivate the love and the compassion, create bodhicitta. So that's today, this first 5-part Mahamudra. The love, compassion, bodhicitta is preliminary practice. This preliminary practice is not last night I shared the preliminary practice. So that is the basic, as a basic and common preliminary practice is 4 thought meditation. And uncommon preliminary practice is yesterday we talked about, take refuge and join postation, practice mandala offering, guru yoga. So that's all is part of the uncommon preliminary practice. So today in this Mahamudra also has preliminary practice. This 5-part Mahamudra. What is the preliminary practice, 5-part Mahamudra. Bodhicitta is preliminary practice. So this bodhicitta is called special preliminary practice. Preliminary practice has many levels. Also, preliminary means dependent, not always preliminary. Today, the main practice is Mahamudra and Yadam Deti Guru Yoga. So that's why bodhicitta is preliminary practice. And sometimes bodhicitta is main practice, then preliminary practice is love and compassion. Yeah. So sometimes love, compassion is main practice, then that time your preliminary practices go to, 4 thoughts of meditation. So always it's dependent, not, say this is the always, bodhicitta's preliminary practice. But today, in this teaching, bodhicitta's preliminary practice. And then bodhicitta after is Yadam Deti, Guru Yoga, Mahamudra. This 3 is called main practice. And then dedication. So it's conclusion practice. So that is a 5 together. Bodhicitta, right? Okay, Yadam Deti, Guru Yoga, Mahamudra, dedication. Do you get? Okay, give me names. First one. Then? Dedication. Okay, so you all passed. Good. So, no yet questions. Okay, so now this 5-part Mahamudra, this teaching song, is a song of realization, means come from this song of realization come from Jigten Sunggon. So Jigten Sunggon is the founder of Digon Kagyu lineage. His guru is Mahamudra. So his guru actually shared this teaching to him, Jigten Sunggon. And then Jigten Sunggon practiced this 5-part Mahamudra. When he get realized, so this song realization comes from his, in his pro-motor wisdom, arise this song of realization. Then Mahamudra received Mahamudra is from Gambopa, but Gambopa received from Malarepa. Malarepa received from the what is it called? Marpa Lozawa. Marpa Lozawa received from Naropa. Naropa received this Mahamudra received from Telopa. So Telopa received the Mahamudra teaching from Vajradhara, Buddha Vajradhara. Then, Buddha Vajradhara is a form body of Dharmakaya. So Telopa into the Samadhi meditation, he is realization, he has realized, and he are in the natural state, realization states. So then through that, he received Mahamudra from the Buddha Vajradhara. Then he shared to all the, these lineage teachers like come from. But then come to the Jigten Sunggon, he make this very clearly how to practice, guide is put the 5 parts together. The before Jigten Sunggon, the teaching is there. Usually they don't call the 5-part Mahamudra. So teaching is there. Of course, bodhicitta is already Buddha taught. Teaching is there. And Yadam Deti practice is there. Guru Yoga is there. Mahamudra is there. Dedication is there. But they didn't put together. So when Jigten Sunggon, then he practiced, and through his realizations, this song is arising from his pro-motor wisdom, and all this 5 is put together. So that's the lineage come from this teaching. Then this song of realization is not that difficulty. Is you go to the the root text. So I think we go to root text and I explain is better. So due to our time schedule, you know, it's otherwise we go to commentary, it's take really long time. So this commentary is not that short. This commentary I created many years ago. So it's lots of details about how to meditate love, how to meditate compassion, how to meditate bodhicitta, and then all this, you know, explanations is there. So you can use this commentary and, you know, you can clarify if you have doubt and thoughts. So teachers, you know, share general teachings, but actually the follower student have to study. Not everything comes from teacher, right? You have to also have to put a little bit effort to study, read the book, you know. And when we go to school and learn this teaching, teacher just kind of give like transmission with a little bit explains sometimes. Then we have to study many books, read, you know, comparing different books and have to study, engaging, have to understand. So no, you know, we commentary everything put in the front of you, you know, you put in the chart room and like giving to it in the hand and then explain everything. But then, you know, the finish that and you don't really, how to say, maintaining, you know, your what you receive teaching, and you don't study, you know, you don't read the book, but then after goes couple of weeks after, you forget. Do you? So this time, you know, we share so many teachings. You go to the Zoom rooms and you go to the YouTubes, everywhere is teaching. Online, everywhere is teaching. Then, you know, people receive the teaching, but they don't really practice. And they don't really engaging that much. So that's, I think so. I don't know exactly, you know, also due to individual, right? Some just, you know, teaching is like some like to listening, but not really that you engaging and care about that much teaching. So then teaching them cannot that much benefit for us. Teaching benefit is dependent, is up to us.
So you drop the knife on the ground.
So I know in Tibet, you know, 3 years retreat. In 3 years retreat, the teacher goes to share this 5-part Mahamudra. Only 1 month, maybe one time to go to in there and talk a little bit, and then they always practice there. You know, they don't hear all the time teaching because teachers are not always there. Many the retreat, 3-year retreat areas. And when the teacher has time to go there and share this 5-part Mahamudra, then they practice. So now here in our case, we have lots of teachings, but we don't engaging and practice. So if we don't practice engaging, it's teaching that much, don't think that much can benefit, you know. So here, right now, is first today teaching is love, compassion, bodhicitta. You hear all the time love, compassion, bodhicitta teaching all the time you're hearing. If you don't engage in any practice, then one day you hear this word is like just not really anything special, you know. Then that time, this teaching harder to benefit us. Do you understand what I'm talking? Because if you practice love and compassion, meditate, and then you hear the love and the compassion, the words of that, it's very powerful and connect into your heart. So then who has love, compassion, bodhicitta, very strong arise devotion to that teacher, guru. You know, that's why, you know, hearing teaching is great, but if without practice, without engaging, is sharing teaching also sometimes a mistake, you know. Giving too much teaching is a mistake too. Because the person not engaging, if no practice, you hear all the time this bodhicitta, you hear all the time this love, compassion teachings, then your minds become very tight, you know, same as rock. So you hear about the love, compassion, no any feelings. Yeah. So no feelings, no any experience. Then just you know, yeah, this is always in the teaching house. I hear this many times, all the time. So that happens, then this teaching cannot benefit. The problem is become we don't engage in the practice. So the main point is you know going to receive this 5-part Mahamudra. And this each statement is very powerful. Especially, you know, in Tibetan words, it's so beautiful and very powerful. But when it comes to translation to, you know, maybe Chinese is a little better than I know is English. Come to the English languages, not that kept the, you know, meaning in their essence. But it's still it's there, point is there. If long as you practice, the language is no problem, you know. It's there, essence is there. So, no, you know, we use this practice and have to practice. Hearing this teaching, we have to practice. So how to practice? Then we have to practice love and compassion. So love, compassion, you know, actually we have naturally we have a love, compassion, right? You think so? Yeah, naturally we have love, compassion. But, you know, the naturally love, compassion, we have to generate more. We have to create through the meditation practice. Love, compassion, we can do some actions. You know, lovingly you care someone, and through compassion you can help some other people. That action is great, but still not enough. You know, this practice have to transform our mind. Do you understand? Transforming this ordinary, you know, the no like love, compassion in our heart, that we have to transform. So this ordinary, you know, like mind, we can say ordinary mind. We don't have enough spiritual quality mind. So spiritual quality mind is love and compassion, right? So we have to cultivate that through the meditation. Then you really control your mind. You generate in your mind love and compassion. So that's why, you know, meditation is more powerful than engaging, doing things auto level. So this meditation, the love, compassion is like you have to sit down, and then we have to cultivate the love and the compassion. So how to cultivate the love and the compassion? We starting from our own mother, right? Using this meditation. So we have to recognize, you know, we reborn in samsara many lifetimes, not only this life. And we have to recognize that. Then same time, we have to visualize our mother in front of us. You know, this is the practice. So you always like visualize your mother in front. And then you cultivate. How to cultivate is we have to cultivate our mother's kindness. You know, the whole hardship go through our mother for us, because when we are in the mother's womb, and you know, within 9 months, so that, you know, processing or stages, right? Yeah, how to say, use the word processing or stages, within 9 months, like step by step, right? Okay, so during that time, so mother have to go through many difficulties, not that easy. It's become ready to delivery is so heavy and harder to go sleep and harder to do anything, it's so hard and difficult. So all this kindness we have to cultivate, we have to think about. And then when mother delivery for us, so pain and hurt is a suffering. So we have to think that kindness, meditate. And you do this practice, arise like lowing is come from your mind to your mother. So you use this practice and your hairs, these small hairs kind of wake up and your body get some senses, feelings in your heart. So until that, we have to practice this meditate. And then when you get that feeling, senses, your body also waking up, all the hairs wake up. Sometimes meditators, the tear also comes from eye, that kind of, you have to create a feeling. So then we have to think about, we take many births in samsara, not only this mother. So we have a like previous mother, and we have previous mother. So then this love is have to move to for others, so first you move to like maybe your loved ones, step by step, and then the love meditation is become expanding to the hatred ones, So someone like you doesn't like, you have a not really good connection, relationships, that kind of person also bring into your mind. So you use that object and meditate. Is think about that person is my mother, another lifetime. Same is in this present mother. So when that person is my mother, and that person lovingly take care of me, and all these difficulties, what we did in meditation in the present mother, same like that you do the meditate for that, you hated ones too. And then the rich goal love meditation is, your feeling is like become no hatred to the person. The person, like, you doesn't like someone, usually you don't want to hear the name, that person. You don't want to, see that person. That person is like you meditate. That person is, you meditate a person in your front, you feel loving connection arise in your mind. Do you understand? So that time, then your love meditation is reach the goal. It's relatively reach the goal. That is not absolute true love meditation, but it's a relative truth. Our love meditation reach the goal. Then your hatred, you person that you see is become different than before you meditate. When you see that person, you don't have that feelings before you hatred that. You don't have that. And love is arising when you see that person. So that's the usually, and this love meditation practitioners share. The goal is reach the goal. And then compassion meditation, we have to go to the compassion meditation. So compassion also same, the thing about our mother, and we have to meditate the different aspects. So different aspects is, compassion is wishing our loved ones free from suffering. So now we have to think about, we have to meditate, like love to someone suffering, right? That person, you see some beings suffering, doesn't matter human beings or animals, who they are suffering, right? Bring that object in front of you. And we have to, is like person and is there. When they help us and call, and our mother protect us, give the cloth and warm.
Kempo,
When we get hot,
you're breaking up a lot. just so you know.
So then I share maybe, I don't know. And there is a good, right? Here is 4 fully. Which one? No, I think. Whole break up all the time or no much?
It seemed for the last 5 minutes or so you were breaking up a lot. What I'm hearing anyways, I don't know about everyone else.
Also, the image froze, Kimpo.
Oh. So I'm going to share the hotspot.
Tibet.
English, Tibetan both maybe.
Is the one that you sent to us, Benny?
What I sent is the commentary. The root text is just the song.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so no, it's better. See, so
Yes, yes.
yeah, it's
We'll
better.
see. We'll see.
You don't hear clearly, let me know.
Okay, I will.
Okay, so we have to, bring the suffering person, animal, doesn't matter who they are. We use that object, we have to generate compassion. So think about the same, like the object is used to our mother. And when they are our own mother, and they protect us when we are cold, and they protect us when we are hot. When, they protect us when we are hunger. They protect us when we are thirsty. And they protect, all different kind, like mother protect a child. So they all, we have to cultivate that kindness, compassion, mother's compassion. We have to cultivate that. So then compassion object is usually, we have to bring the object is like suffering beings. The good is also think about, the war. Where is the war? And there's so many people hurt, suffering, and use that object, cultivate compassion. And then also we have to use object is a hospital. Hospital, so many patients there, they're all sick and they're pain and suffering. So use that object, we wishing them suffering, free from suffering. We have to cultivate, use this suffering beings object. So then love, compassion is arising, like really wishing them free from suffering, very strong, and feeling, experience coming your heart. So until that, we have to cultivate. So then that really liberating, that love, compassion, that meditating, liberating us. That practice helps free from samsara. Without meditation, we engaging some love and compassion, doing action, that has a good result, good merit, create a good karma, but cannot take to free from samsara, because have to transform this mind. If you don't use this, your mind transforming, and doing things that has good benefit, but cannot take to the liberation. So that's why, all this love, compassion, bodhicitta, visual, meditate, yadam deity, guru yoga, Mahamudra, everything is bring into the mind. Have to practice in our own mind, not somewhere else, So otherwise, we cannot liberate ourselves. So then go to, this the bodhicitta. After, like long as you reach the goal, love and compassion, then we have to go into the bodhicitta. So bodhicitta is causes is compassion. Compassion causes love. So that's why here Jigten Sunggu says a song of realization. I bow down to the feet of glorious Mahamudra, is his guru, and homage to the guru. This first song of realization, first one, when concerning love and compassion, the still line, you do not cover the whole distance. The benefit of others, you will not receive the acknowledgement of the example of God and men. Therefore, make serious effort at cultivating the preliminary resolve. That's the root text. So this, when Jigten Sunggun, sharing this bodhicitta, he used the example. So example is, love, compassion, same is the horse. So same is like your car. Someone who has airplane, then your jet, right? Airplane. So your transportation, the love, compassion is your transportation. So then bodhicitta is push the gas and starting the car engine and push the gas and go on the road, So that's the bodhicitta. So same, like horse have to run, right? You have a horse, if you don't use, then you cannot get to the destination. Also, like we have horse racing, right? And you cannot get the first one if you don't run your horse. So that's why Jigten Sunggu says, horse is the same as love, compassion. So bodhicitta is run the horse. And then when you run the horse, and you get the horse racing, you get the first one is what they call then? First place or winner, first place, yeah, first place, you get first place, then become very famous, right? So, same, long as you have bodhicitta, then you have become all the stream of beings. So you have become famous of the spiritual. So the main point here, I think, is bodhicitta is the essence of the spiritual practice. So who has bodhicitta, then that person is become stream of the spiritual and stream of the being, and become very famous. Every being's respect to that person because due to the person's bodhicitta. We know that, and who has bodhicitta, then that person, everyone respect. So without bodhicitta, and then it's ordinary beings. And who has bodhicitta, that person is the supreme being, and everyone respect. Then that person benefit many other beings. So who has a bodhicitta, you see that person, the person has become seeing liberation. You know, who has a bodhicitta and you touch them, you know, it's become touching liberation. You hear from the teaching from them, it's become the hearing liberation. That is the power of a bodhicitta. So we know the many spiritual teachers who has these qualities, they become their, you know, seeing liberation, they are touching liberation, they are hearing liberation. So that's all is the power is come from bodhicitta. And then, you know, the who has bodhicitta, you get something from them. The object is called special object. It's called protection too, because the bodhicitta is absolute true protection. You know, the long as you have a bodhicitta, your anger cannot destroy. Your enemies cannot destroy you, right? So bodhicitta is absolute true protection. So that's why, you know, you get some object from this bodhisattvas, and that's object is called special object. And the object also has the power of protection and benefit. So, you know, also one day Garchen Boji told me, if you get P also from the bodhisattvas, that also benefit, you know. Benefit, like you use that P and you use like become your protection. You can drink and the nectar, and that helps become, you know, a rising bodhicitta in your heart too. Have some you know connections to help them, you know, rapine your bodhicitta too. So that's the power of bodhisattvas who has a bodhisattva mind. And that's why Jitin Songkun says, who has a bodhicitta, that is famous, means like worldly. This example, like who you run the horse, you have become first place. Is all the news talk about that, you know. That is just a temporary example, right? But this one truly is who has a bodhicitta, that is a supreme being of in the samsara, I mean you know, in the world. So that's the first Jitin Songkun share here. So we have to, this bodhicitta, we have to practice, cultivate. If we don't practice, we don't cultivate, not arising, just, you know, in our heart, because we have so much obstacle, you know, emotions. So not easy to arise bodhicitta. So that's why we have to put effort and practice bodhicitta. Then we go to the second verses. Second verses is, when concerning your body, the king, the body of the deity, you do not side, right? See it, the fame direction, the mother, the Dakini with the hair retinue will not appear. Therefore, make effort concerning the body, which is the deity of meditation. So here, you know, this practice meditation is, no, it's a mean teaching. Second is mean teaching. So practice yadam deity, we must have to have a cultivate bodhicitta first. Without bodhicitta, you know, practice yadam deity is not allowed to do, especially wrath for yadam deity is not allowed to, you can practice without cultivate bodhicitta. So long as you cultivate bodhicitta, then we have opportunity or ability to practice yadam deity. So practice yadam deity is here is, you know, different than usually we pray to the Buddha. Yeah, and this is a generation stage. So we have to follow by generation stage. followed by generation stage, we have to step by step meditate one by one. So if it's also possible to you just instinctively visualize the Yidam deity, that's also possible too. But you have to know this, generation stage, you practice Yidam deity's benefit. You practice generation Yidam deity, this practice, remove all this impure perceptions. So now we have impure perceptions. So, impure is seeing the form is impure. Hearing the song is impure. That's why hear the songs is distracting, not pleasant, right? You can hear some voice like in the city, it's distracting. So it's become also impure song. That's why. And then impure thoughts, always emotion and thoughts, impure. So that is within 24 hours, all the time, body and speech, mind impure going on within us. So that becomes samsara has become more strong and strong. Samsara habitudes become strong and strong. And due to that, we take birth again to samsara. No ability, opportunity to liberation. So in this Yidam deity practice is special method, using special method and a powerful object, remove all our impure perceptions, body's impure perceptions, speech impure perceptions, mind impure perceptions, remove, transforming, create pure perceptions. So that's the practice of Yidam deity. Then the point is the practice of Yidam deity is, we create this body, speech, minds, enlightening body, enlightening speech, enlightening mind. So this ordinary body, speech, minds transform to Buddha's body, Buddha's mind, Buddha's speech. So that practice is called this generation stage. And then these stages have to follow by we have to follow by this the stage method. You knows, mostly I think knows, we practice Yidam deity. So when we practice Yidam deity, we always visualize the place is become pure. This is actually required. Some reasons I forget to share all the time. But I think you mostly knows, when you're going to receive the teaching, the require is where you be in the space is become, you have to visualize Buddha's pure light. So now, right now we are in the Mexico City and we have to visualize this city is Buddha's pure light. Not only actually city, whole this country and whole this world is we have to visualize pure light place. And then we have to visualize, this building is Buddha's palace. Okay. So we have to visualize ourselves is become body is a Buddha's body. So that is have to go to step by step meditate and antidote to our birth karmic imprints and our this living. Right now we are living birth to enter death between karmic imprints, and also when die death process on karmic imprints. Bardok means karmic imprints, or is purifying this meditation. That's why I call generation stage, means follow by step. And first you visualize the whole this universal is this world is pure light. This universal is transformed to the pure light. And why we take birth in this universal? Why we take birth in this universal? Because we are attached to the universal. That's why I take birth in this universal. And then, that's why we have to transform this universal as pure light. First stage. Second stage, we have to we are attached to our house, you know, we need something protection, right? Shelters. So that perception we have to transform the Buddha's palace, visualize. The houses or this city, this buildings is transformed to the Buddha's palace. This transform, you know. And that's second stage. Third stage is in the center of the palace, we have to visualize the lotus flower. Lotus flower is representative, you know, mother's womb, because when consciousness take to the birth, then, you know, attached to the, looking to the mother's womb, you know, that's why. And visualize lotus flower is block the mother's womb. You're not going to take the birth. That's the reason in the center of a palace, visualize the lotus flower. And the top of a lotus flower, we have to visualize the sun and the moon. You know, first sun and the moon. Sun is representative, father's essence. Moon is representative, I think, mother's essence. So I don't remember exactly which one, you know, sun and the moon. That just both is the essence of parents. And that transform, that's why sun and the moon. And then top there, we have to visualize the syllable. Syllable is an example today, think about the Tara. So white Tara, then white thumb syllable. We have to visualize the white thumb syllable. That thumb syllable is representative of our consciousness. So then that thumb syllable is, so you know, representative of our consciousness is transformed to the white Tara become. So that means like your body is not, your consciousness is not taken to the ordinary taking birth. Your consciousness is transformed to the Buddha's form body. Then you visualize yourself as a white Tara. So in this case, you know, like generation stages, which Yadam deity you practice, you have to visualize that Yadam deity. So that meditation is antidote to our, you know, birth karmic imprints. So remove the birth impure perceptions. So long as you practice that, visualize, meditate, and then we're not going to take birth in the pardo, you know. So your bodies become arise in the Buddhas, means you can liberate in the pardo. So that's why we visualize, meditate that, you know, is these stages. And then your form bodies become, you know, right now we're talking about the Tara, right? White Tara, okay? So then you meditate yourself as a white Tara. Your body is white Tara, and you visualize another Tara in front of you. It's called the front generation. So you visualize Tara in front of you, it's called front generation. You visualize yourself is Tara, is called self generation meditation. So this goes like together, you know. You sometimes like separate, but you can do simultaneously together. In the practice, sadhana is first is like first sometimes like front generation meditation, and then self generation meditation. When you read sadhana separate, but when you meditate, you just visualize the Tara in front of you, and yourself is a Tara. Okay, so then two things be together. So that means your body is, this impure form body is transformed to the Buddha's body. Yeah. So you don't have any, you're transformed already like these ordinary bodies, enlightened form body. So then when you meditate that, have to follow by 3 different levels. It's a clear visualization, very clearly, vividly, you know, and that's the reason we need the tanka, and we need pictures, images. You look again and close, look again. When you close eye, this image, Tara is appear to clearly in your mind. So that's the first step we have to practice Yadam deity. If you have devotion, even without visualization, not really comes clearly, the devotion is more powerful than visualization. If you don't have devotion, you visualize very clearly, but then the connection is, you know, not that great. I mean, like just you become same as like you know someone, and we call that person's name, that person appear to your mind. You know like every single movement, the talking, you know, the expression, everything, you know that person clearly appear to your mind. but you don't have devotion to that person, right? There no connections, yeah? Do you understand? Okay, so that's why devotion is most important. When you practice yadam deity means without the devotion, no connections. And the practice yadam deity connect with the devotion. 1 minute, okay? So devotion is the important. Through the devotion, then we have to visualize very clearly. So this, you visualize yadam deity very clearly through devotion, very powerful. You can release your emotions. You can release your sadness and thoughts. So you can release all these impure perceptions. That's why it's, visualize yadam deity is cut through all the negative perceptions. Yadam deity is appeared in your mind, same time you have devotions. That moment you already stop all causes of samsara. You already, that moment destroy, causes of samsara, right there. So that's why, we have to bring mindful awareness and, always like use some images. Like when you see that, not just like, oh, the Tara and the Buddha, not like that, just, and always like bring into your mind, close eye, let it be, connect with, you always have to do that practice. Then you see that, image tanka is become very powerful. If we don't do that, then you have 1,000 statues, 1,000 tankas in your home is just, using, You have, but using. So you have a $1 million, but you don't use, like, then you hunger, right? You thirsty. Same, So you have like all these like object specials with you, but you don't use, then we are become foolish, right? Someone has money, they don't use the money, and big persons become hunger, thirsty, and then whose problem? Their own problem, right? So same, we need object teachings, but long as we have that object and the teachings, if we don't do, and then our problem. So that's why we need this special object. When you see this special object, always try to connecting each moment and visualize it clear and, load to your mind and think about the Buddha. Then that moment, all the negative perceptions cut there right away, transformed. So that moment, all the obstacle is removed. That moment, obstacle cannot affect it to you that moment. If you have problem with the spirits, example, some people say, my home has a spirit. Okay, my home has a gods. So if you have that kind of problem, then you visualize this Buddha in your mind. The spirits cannot affect it to you. You are more powerful than that spirit. Then you also become liberated them spirits. So that's why, we need this special object. We have to use this special object. Do you understand here, clear? Okay, so that's the first step. The good is you always put the tanka in your bedroom. Your eye can see, right? Before you go sleep, and then go sleep and wake up. So you see that, and in the car, like when you drive, starting car, and you see that object, always create connections, much ever you can. So that's we have to practice. The second is called the second practice is called so the first is clear visualization. Second is called self generation. Must have to confident and called divine pride. Do you understand? Divine pride, self-confident. So self-confident, divine pride must have to have a front generation and self-generation, both. Front generation, you see the tanka and this special object. Oh yeah, this is just object, not real Buddha. This is a Tanka, you know. That means like you don't have this self-confident and divine pride. So I know this generation stage practitioner, when they see the one of image of Buddha, the same is the rare Buddha seeing, the connection they has. When you see the one stage of the enlightened beings, that doesn't matter which kind of quality, you know, like the matters, yeah, made by word or made by God or made by civil or doesn't matter. As long as the enlightened beings objects, they has connect with the same is enlightened beings. So that is called, you know, confident. And that is like, you know, divine pride. You have that confidence in the divine, you know, yourself is like your positive pride. Positive pride is like, it's a Buddha, you know. So also that is the front generation. Then you look to yourself and meditate. Right now in Jigten Songkun says here is to say, we have to, when considering your body, the king, the body of the deity, see? So we have to visualize our form body is the Buddha. And then that time, you need confidence yourself. You need divine pride yourself. Otherwise, you know, the practice is not that strong, no essence. Some connections there, you create a karma, good connection, but not really strongly the true essence practice without confidence and divine pride. So divine pride is you meditate yourself is a Tara. So you 100% no doubt, you knowing your true nature is inseparable with the Tara. Yeah. So think about it. I visualize this water. 100% no drop. This water is the same. Is the big river. You know, same is the like ocean. It's water. Yeah. So you know, even you know thinking about all me, it's like one ordinary body, but you need confidence in yourself. It's up. Even I'm one person, ordinary, but actually my nature is Buddha. So you need that confidence. Otherwise, you know, like you thinking about, yeah, I'm Buddha. You just like kind of my little bit create like I am Buddha. Not really go into essence. So very shallow way, you know, we always have that when we practice the Yadam deity, like talk about self-generation. So this meditation, self-generation, is not something, we don't have something, you know, we don't create there. What we have, that we discovering. Do you understand? Because we have a Buddha nature. We have a true nature, same as the other Buddhas. It's no different. So what we have, we going into that nature. We don't create, we don't have something, okay? That's why this meditation is absolutely correct, not anything wrong there. If you don't have that nature, Buddha nature, then this meditation is incorrect. Self-generation is incorrect. But we have nature of Buddha. We have this essence, the Buddha nature essence. You know, that's why your meditation, your visualize yourself is Buddha is correct. It's true. Do you understand? So know how to do this meditation. That's the hardest, you know, very hard to do this practice. Yadam deity practice is very hard, especially self generations, more harder than front generation. So front generation is we can visualize Buddha and like through the devotion connection. It's little easy than seventh generation. Seventh generation is very hard. Not that easy. If you don't know the essence of practice, then you just visualize like, okay, I'm Buddha. Then you thinking about example, we talked about Tara, you know, I am Tara. So you only visualize like eyes in your hands and eyes in your feet and eyes in the third eye. And then you visualize your color is white. So the mind is just still going ordinary. Then that practice is also incorrect too, no essence. So that also become fake, you know. The fake is this robes like put in the like, you know, the no monk wearing the monk's robe, you know, same like that become. And so we say like tiger's skin is put in the donkey. You know, donkey has tiger's skin wearing. We think it's the tiger because outside it looks like tiger, right? But actually inside is still donkey, not the tiger, yeah. So same, you know, if you does like that, meditation is not that powerful. So then what we have to do? This meditation, visualize white Tara, and you know, use the supplication. Supplication Tara is very powerful. Use that practice, visualize Tara, and then the visualized Tara is actually arising from your own mind. You know, not somewhere come from you, arising from your mind. Your mind emanation, your mind projected this visualized Tara. So that Tara, then visualize, you comes a very strong devotion, that feeling connection. Same time, you know, that Tara is you can visualize there and then dissolve to your body or just visualize it there, either way is okay. And then look to your mind. Your mind and effort to this Tara, you feel like kind of, not kind, you know, you feel it's the same essence. You know, this Tara is arising from your nature. Your nature is inseparable with the Tara. You're visualizing the Tara. So then that time you look into your own nature, be in the no door, you know, meditate. You feel also like become then your body is inseparable with the Tara. And then that is called the self-generation meditation. Do you understand? Not only just, you know, mind, like just meditate. If you don't create and like connect with your true nature, then the practice is no self-generation confident there. So you look to your own nature and then visualize the Tara as you feel inseparable. Same time, then you feel how your body is inseparable with the Tara. Then you don't need to think about the colors, form, body. You are connect with your mind. Then you are become inseparable with actually all the Buddhas. Not only go to one specific. So you visualize, like you think about the Buddha Shakyamuni, it's become your Buddha Shakyamuni. You think about Tara, you are Tara. Because no door connection, you know, no dualistic connection. Do you understand, right? Okay, so then that moment we are the Buddha. So you have achieved the, like, you know, this generation stage goal. So then that moment you have power to benefit others. That moment, then you are no different than Buddhas, that moment, you know. Then, but we don't have that always like the realization come back to ordinary again, you know. So the meditator, this generation practitioners always be in that the divine pride. So then the people sometimes see them as like, you know, the Tara, or sometimes there's fears like Buddha Shakyamuni means there has these divine connections. Do you understand, no? So who has that kind of level practice yadam deity, then you feel that person is inseparable with like, you know, the yadam deity. So you see that guru and the teacher, you right away feels like kind of Tara, you know, kind of Chinreze, kind of Manjushri. So that feeling you get is the reason is because they have these divine connections. Okay, so that's the called Yadam deity practice. So that's the second one, okay? First, visualize clearly, yeah? Second, divine pride confident. That's most important essence of the teaching. Third is called recollection of purity. So recollection of purity means there's a Vajrayana tradition. The Yadam deity has so many diversity form bodies, different ornaments. So you have to know these ornaments and the symbolized meanings. So otherwise you get misunderstood. So that's the reason this Vajrayana teaching practice Yadam deity is called sacred. And sacred has many levels. Sacred means like you cannot show you cannot share to others without the teaching, without the transmissions. Many Yadam deities, so, you know, no permission to do. The reason is because we don't know the recollection of purity. If you don't know that, you get misunderstood. Can be you get a wrong view. So that's why you have to know recollection of purity. So recollection of purity, right now we talked, you know, just today teaching example, white Tara. White Tara has 7 eyes. So 7 eyes it's actually what you think, I don't know, is great or it's not really great if you have. It's hard, right? You cannot wear the shoes. You cannot walk in the ground because you have eye in there. You have to fly or maybe, right? So if you have eye in the hand, you cannot do the wash dishes. You cannot do the post stations, I think. You cannot do many things, right? You have an eye in the hand. So then we think, oh, I don't want that, maybe. So you already stopped the connections, then their thoughts. And so that's why we have to know this symbolized meanings. The eye is not, I don't think so, eye is this eyeball, you know, ordinary, this eye. The eye is, symbolized meaning is different than what we think, you know. So if I'm not wrong, you know, I understand this Tara has 7 eyes, so showing the Tara's quality, enlightened beings quality, wisdom and compassion. Yeah. So think about wisdom, it's usually this third eye is representative is wisdom. You know, that shows up is Tara is omniscient, Tara has omniscient wisdom. Not the just like this eyeball is there, you know. If it's so many eyes, it's suffering because we have 2 eyes, then it's difficult to take care. So I have 3-4 glasses. If 7 eyes, then it's like so many glasses to carry, right? Not easy. Same time, like so too expensive become your eyes. So anyway, they don't have like this same as like our ordinary eye. This is like showing the recollection of purities. Third eye is wisdom, you know, knowledge and omniscient wisdom. Yeah. So Tara knowing absolute truth. Tara knowing all cause and effect. So that symbolizes the third eye. Then I think there has another 6 eye is representative, you know, Tara has compassion, not only wisdom. Through her compassion, not just in the state, in the no-door state, arising or emanations. The emanation, I think it's the correct word, emanations, arising, go to 6 realms, benefit 6 realms, liberating 6 realm beings, protecting 6 realms beings. So with compassion and wisdom, through that, benefiting other beings, liberating other beings. So 6I is a thing about the samsara has 6 realms, right? So Tara emanations not only go to the human beings. Tara emanation is go to the harems. Harem beings also has Tara there to benefiting. Tara emanations go to the hungry ghost realms, liberating them. Tara emanations take birth to the animal realms. Body is animal, but form is, the true is a Tara, but form is animal, liberating, benefiting them. Yeah, Tara emanation go to human being realms. Tara emanation go to jealous gods and the gods realms, liberating, benefit them. So that's the reason that Tara has 7 eyes, I think. Makes sense or no? Makes sense, then we proved. Okay. So that is like compassion, wisdom come together, right? And then Tara is form, is white color, is free from all the afflictive emotions, free from negativity or the conditions. That's why it's pure white, is like representative. So that is you have to know, symbolize this Yidam, that is form body. Then Chinreze, compassion Buddha has 4 arms. Do you like the four arms? No, right? I like 2 arms. You want 4 arms? No, right? Nobody want. I don't think so. Otherwise, otherwise your clothes is more expensive. So okay. So the 4 arms is not that comfortable. Looks like for me. I don't know. Okay, so we have 2 arms. The white Chinreze has 4 arms. No comfortable, right? Not suitfully. Because it's representative, we have to know, 4 arms is 4 measurables. A measurable love, unconditional love, and measurable love. A measurable compassion, unconditional compassion. 2 arm representative. Then a measurable equanimity. So a measurable joy. I think joy, always joy, happy, right? So that is the 4 arms representative. 4 arms. The holding the first 2 arms hold the wish fulfilling giver here. Look here, genetic stage here. So this 2 arm holding, join this one is bodhicitta. Bodhicitta is the same as a wish fulfilling giver. And that is a bodhicitta. Then right second hand hold the mala, liberating other sentient beings. Through the compassion, same as a Tara, take birth to emanation, go to all these 6 realms, liberating one by one through the samsara. Using this mala is liberating. Another second left hand hold the lotus flower, I think. So that is like Chinreze emanation take birth to these 6 realms. Then these emanations free from all the samsaric defilements. Samsara negative emotions not affected to them. Chinreze emanation come into in this world, then they are attached to the something object, and attached to, his family, attached to something, then that is become big mistake, right? So generalized emanation come into the world not attached to anything. That's the reason it's called the lotus flower. Is like grow in the mouth, dirty water, but lotus flower is always pure, clean. So emanation take, come birth into samsara, the emanations free from this samsaric defilement. That's why it's the symbolizing meaning. It's easy, the peace for Yidam deities is more easy than wrath for deities. Then this peace for Yidam deities arising, this ornament is the positive quality. Do you understand? And enlightening quality arising the form is this peace for Yidam deities. So this wrath for deities is arising form, body is subdued negative emotions. That's why form is different. Why Varjakalaya is wrathful, subdued anger. So that's why it's like wrathful, right? Varjapane, Varjakalaya, Yamintaka, also so many, Haryan Gurvat, so many Yidam deities. Why is wrathful? So subdued anger. That's why arise wrathful. Anger is it already, subdued. So that's the I am winner, a subdued anger. Subdued. Conquered emotions.
And absorbed.
Subdued. So that's why it's called wrathful, right? And then Yidam deity form is, many wrathful deity is naked. Yeah, that means like no thoughts. Its mind is already pure. It's no draw, no conceptual. So we must have to have a cloth because we have conceptual thoughts. So otherwise we get shy, People also complain and create a big problem. So that's why, we are still stuck in this delusion. We have to follow the delusion perception. And so who get realized non-door states is like, is free from these conceptual thoughts. And that's why it's naked. No thoughts, no emotions, pure become representative. Then this wrathful deity has like some wrathful deities hold this Varjara, like crossing Varjara like this, very strong, holding wrathfully. That means this 5 wisdom is subdued 5 afflictive emotions. So you have 5 wisdom arising. That's why it's, this deity is holding like Vajra and or to-go knife. That's everything is like subdued negative emotions, cut the thoughts, emotions. So then, Yidam deity has Yab and Yom is the, united, right? United. That's also like free from attachment. So everything is like our perception opposite of the form bodies arising. So that's why it's without this, teaching, understanding, symbolizing meaning, you can get misunderstood. Wrathful, you think, oh, why is Buddhist? Many people say that, Tangashu, why Buddha? I thought Buddhist is always peace. Why is wrathful? Why is anger? Then some people say, oh, this is not Buddhist. They're just only followed by their thoughts, right? But true is this shows like this wrathful deity shows absolute true qualities. And the arising wrathful is become through the compassion. I mean, the causes of compassion, based on the compassion arises the wrathful, also called more how to say the, you know, forcing or like not forcing, but it's more active compassion, not just relaxing compassion, more active compassion. That is called this wrathful deity means. Then Yab Yom is like free from attachment, not attached, you know. So people think why Buddhist has this Yab Yom is like you cannot have this. That just directly taking, you know, understanding, right? It's misunderstand become. That's the reason is that Yadam deity means free from attachment. So we have to know that all this symbolize meanings. So that's called recollection of purity. These three things most important when you learn the Yadam deity and then you meditate Yadam deity. That's why Jiti Sunggung here says, when concerning your body, the king, the body of the deity. So you visualize your form is Yadam deity, you are the king, you know, because we are the king means like, this is not the ordinary king. Yeah, ordinary king, we know so like in each country as king, that's called ordinary kings. But this one is absolute truth king, because you are king of all the beings, you know. Then you have this confident meditation practice. All these retinues, dakini means like you have then all the retinues, you naturally happening, everything. You don't have to put effort, you know, everything is naturally, people naturally respect, people naturally bow down to you. Yeah, people naturally going to offering, people naturally do everything for you, like become magnetizing, you are magnetizing. So that is the form body of the Yadam deity. So who has these qualities then has a, you know, there has a power of, you know, magnetizing and, you know, can benefit many other beings. So not just talking about like, you know, many girls follow together, right? Dakinis. Sometimes people misunderstand these words, you know. So long as you have this quality, then all the, you know, the bodhisattvas and meditators, practitioners follow you, you know, that main point, right? And you have become magnetizer. As we know the many high levels teacher realizations, everyone try to see, everyone try to get blessing, everyone try to connection. So that means they has these qualities. So that's we have to know. So that's why they therefore make effort concerning the body, which is the deity of meditation. Then we have to meditate that our form body is Yadam deity. Much as we can, you know, use these bodies, visualize the form is Yadam deity. So that's the first one. Why is the first one? No, it's I'm taking the test from you. Why is the first one? Just this practice Yadam deity is first. No. I say it's the first. Five part of Mahamudra has how many? Five. So this one number one or number two? Up.
Yes. Bodhicitta number one.
Number two.
Yes.
And then Guru Yoga. And
This subsumed to three categories. 5 part Mahamudra is subsumed to 3 categories. So I'm reading that answer, okay? Yeah, 3 categories.
Generation state.
No. Taking test. There's no one passing in here. What are we going to do? Okay, so we talked, you know, preliminary practice, mean practice, conclusion. What is preliminary practice? Okay, this is bodhicitta preliminary practice. What is mean practice?
Idam, Guru, and Mahamudra.
Okay, so this three is number one is which one?
Idam.
Okay, so Yidam is number one, then number one.
Okay. I see what you did there.
we take the test is that kind put in the exam. So see the bodhicitta, the bodhicitta is it's a preliminary practice, right? So Yadam Deity, Guru Yoga Mahamudra is mean practice. That's why this Yadam Deity is right now mean practice number one. So if you go to 5, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is number 2. But if you go to the 3 categories, then this is the second group, number 1.
Wow, okay.
Okay.
Confusing.
So now we finish that today. I think we can leave it there. There's a lot of information. So bodhicitta, love, compassion, bodhicitta, and the Yadam Deity practices. That's a lot, I think. So then tomorrow, Guru Yoga Mahamudra. And so dedication is go through together.
We have time for some questions.
You want a question?
Yeah, after dedication question.
It'll be very helpful.
Okay, so your question.
Very simple technical question. The tam that we visualize on top of Waitara's head, the tam syllable, is that the same syllable from Teyatam?
No, that's a, Tara top the head here has you mean tam syllable.
Yes.
So that means like Tara is the essence mantra is a tam.
Okay. It's not
Yeah.
related to Teyatam?
No, no.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
That one?
That's a home syllable.
That's home. Oh.
Tam is the one we have in the book, not the daily practice.
Can you share? Tam?
No, it's what it says, visualize the syllable tam.
Okay, so now it's a question from the zone. And ED,
This one.
You can unmute now, Ed.
Yes.
Good afternoon, Rinpoche. How are you?
I'm good.
Nice to see you. How does the Yab Yum, if I'm saying that right, of the deities symbolize non-attachment?
Yes.
Or how does it do, like in what way does it symbolize it? Like that's a very attractive.
Ordinary people, Yab Yom is together means attachment. So then the opposite Yadam Deity means, free from attachment.
Is it that most people would be very attracted to the visual image of people in union like that, but as the deity, we don't have that quality?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. So next, Melissa.
Thank you, Kimpala. These teachings are so great. Also, doesn't the Yidam deity practice come after the preliminary bodhicitta because the Sambhogakaya form arises out of bodhicitta?
What do you say?
The Yidam deity practice coming after the preliminary of bodhicitta, is that also because the Sambhogakaya Yidam form arises out of bodhicitta.
Yes. Thank you. Jesse.
Hi, Kempo. Thank you for taking my question. You said earlier the easiest way to do self-visualization of the deity is to first visualize the deity and then imagine the deity being immersed into yourself. That's the easiest way. Is that correct?
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so now we finish your questions. Going to do the dedication. Dedication. Lord Jenchang, Telopa, Naropa, Marpa, Malarepa, Dharma Lord Digambopa, Pamotrapa, Lord Digomba. Please bestow upon us most auspicious blessing of all Kaju Lamas. By this virtue may achieve emanations, by defeating all enemies, confusion. May all who traverse on the waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death, cross the ocean of samsara. Bodhicitta, the excellent, precious mind, where is unborn may arise, where is born may not decline, but even increase higher and higher. I pray the Lama may have a good health. I pray the Lama may have a long life. I pray that your Dharma activities separate far and wide. I pray that I may not be separate from you. As Manjushri, the Vero realized automatic state, and as did the Samanta Bada, I will follow in the path and fully dedicate all the merit for all sentient beings. By the blessing of the Buddha who attained the Tirikayas, by the blessing of true of unchanging Dharma as such, by the blessing of the indivisible Sangha order, may the merit I shall bear fruit. By this virtue collected in the three realms, by myself and all beings in samsara and nirvana, and by inner rule of virtue, may I and all sentient beings quickly attain and surpass perfect complete precious enlightenment. May the teachings of Guru Digomba Ranashir, whose emanation, Lord of Dharma, Master of interdependence, continue to increase through study, practice, contemplation, and meditation until the end of the samsara. Om Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Tashi Dele, Sangha.
Tashi Dele, Sangha.
Thank you, Sangha.
Hello, enlightened Sangha.
Thank you, Kempo.
Thank you.
感恩仁波切，感恩翻译。
感恩仁波切，感恩翻译。
Thank you, Kempa. 感恩翻译师。
拜拜。